Now here is your video.
Welcome back, bros, to another video review, and we are back with another Transformers the Movie 86 Studio Series Deluxe Class Constructicon Bonecrusher. And as for the contents that comes with Bonecrusher, we get the figure himself. He comes with 2 accessories, his weapon and also a extra bit that works with the combination to form his combiner form Devastator. And standard to all instruction manuals, we get the instruction manual, guys. So let's take a closer look at this figure, guys, and here we are zoomed in slightly more so we can check out the details for what Hasbro gives us for this figure Bonecrusher. Now, just looking at it right off the bat, guys, this definitely looks like the G1 character that we all loved. As you see, there's more G1 resemblance in these shots right here I pulled off the internet. So yes, guys, I mean, I can't really get too nitpicky with this figure because he was pretty much lime green. I mean, he didn't have a lot of colors on him. The only colors he had was on his chest. Other than that, he had purple hands and the rest was lime green. But anyway, guys, looking at the face sculpt on this figure, it is spot on. It looks great. I have no issues with that. Other than that, guys, the figure is pretty much molded in this lime or this light green color throughout the whole figure. And the only painted details we have are on the chest, the face, and also the hands. Other than that, we got some on the feet too when you'll see it in its alt mode or at the side silhouette of the figure. But anyway, guys, let's move on because this is a cool figure and let's get through this review because I got some good things to show you in this review. So when it comes to the articulation on this figure, it's pretty much standard for what we get with all deluxe class figures, except for some reason, this combiner does not have, or the individual robots don't have waist swivels. But let me go ahead and show it off. So basically the head can look up this high, it can look down that low. There is no waist swivel, as I told you guys, so you can't really do anything, but the arm can bend up this high. It is not double jointed, but if you rotate it this way because of transformation, it is. So like I said, unfortunately, it's not the right direction we want it to give him that more range of articulation. The leg can kick up this high because it is hindered right here with the shovel attachment in the front. As I told you guys, here's some gray bits painted right there. The foot can rock in and come back to normal position. You got toe articulation, and that's due to transformation, as you can see. And then it also has a 90-degree bend, guys. So other than that, that is pretty much all the articulation we normally get, besides, you know, the shoulder can rotate. It goes out, the arm can go out. I mean, so yeah, that's pretty much what we got for this figure. And there's not really much more to say about it because it's a solid figure. And I like the way it turned out. And let's go ahead and move to one of my favorite parts and let's do some comparisons. So let's kick off the comparisons. And here we have 2 figures that everyone should have already in their collection. Here we have Constructicon #1 Scrapper, who is the leader. And now we have #2, who is Bonecrusher. Now just looking at these 2 together, one of these figures is a Voyager class figure. They don't look like Voyager class figures. They look like deluxes. So to be honest, Scrapper right here is your Voyager, as you already know, which I think Hasbro might have got us on the price. Anyway, these 2 look good together, and I'm liking how they're turning out. And I'm definitely curious how collecting all 6 other Constructicons and will make this Studio Series 86 Devastator better, in my opinion, or will it be worse, in my opinion? So let's go ahead and continue the review and bring out some more figures that you're looking forward to see compared to the new Studio Series 86 Bonecrusher. So bros, let's go ahead and get our hands dirty. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and give the introduction. This is the Unite Warriors Bonecrusher right here from the Transformers Combiner Wars series a while back. And here we have the Studio Series Bonecrusher, as you can see. The greens are 2 different greens. This is more like a lime yellow green, as you already can see. I don't have to say too much about that. But then looking at the other one's that lime green, I guess you could say. But anyway, looking at the two figures together, there's definitely some differences. The one thing that's standard is the head sculpt on both figures. They both look terrific. I have no issues with that. When it comes to the detailing on the chest, this is where we start to get different things. With the Studio Series, we have the more smaller chest, I guess you could say. Everything is pretty much the same. You got the two red blocks, the Decepticon symbol, and then you got the three purple blocks. Now, that's where you get the difference. On the Unite Warriors, the purple blocks are pretty much all horizontal, while the ones on the Studio Series have the more vertical in the center with one horizontal beside that. Other than that, they look good. No issues, not nitpicking. Everything else, they keep the same when it comes to the coloring with the green and then just the purple for the hands. Other than that, I mean, that's all you get, guys. Just look at the size difference between the two. And yes, they're both arms. So you can see that, yes, they have that arm kibble on the back. Like I said, when it comes to Unite Warriors, you got tons of more paint details on that versus what you get when it comes to the Studio Series. Now, like I said, it's totally up to you what you decide to choose that you want to keep in your collection. But I'm interested to see what their take is on the new Devastator. So let's go ahead and bring out the other two Constructicons I reviewed in the previous review so that we can see them all together. So here we have, guys, the Studio Series Constructicons. We have the Unite Warriors Constructicons, and then we have a Voyager class scale figure with Starscream in the back, and then we have a Leader class with Age of the Prime Megatronus. So as you see right here, we have these figures right here, and I just wanted to show you a sense and a sizing of how they scale with figures in our past and figures with our present. So just they look good, guys. As you can see, the Unite Warriors are just massive compared to the Studio Series. So yes, they are true. Everything they're saying, they are pretty much downsized versions of the Unite Warriors. We all know Takara is leading the development and the creation on these figures. So basically, they're just making it more to scale with your other combiners that have already came out. Whether that is a good thing or is up to you, but to me, I think it's a bad thing because the Constructicon should be the same size as Omega Supreme. We always see Omega Supreme battling the Constructicons, and they are head-to-head with strength and power and size. So to give us something less than that kind of seems like a disappointment. So let's go ahead and continue the video review, and let's do Bonecrusher's transformation. So now it's time for transformation. Let's remove the accessory, get that out the way so we can get this done. Basically, the easiest is to do the arms first, fold them up just like that. Do the other side just like this. Once you got it, they're left looking like that. They tab in once you got them fully up there, and it's pretty even. All right, now I'll just go to the legs because that's the easiest. Collapse them. They click into place, collapse them just like that. You're done with that. Now, let's go ahead and get this down. Move the head down, as you can see. But you will have to separate it just like that for it to tuck completely in. Now, let's go ahead and pull this piece back just like that. Now, you're going to start to swing the arms into the position just like this. Keep swinging them just like that, guys. And then bend this back because it's gonna need some space to accordion in. Once you get it in, it tucks in just like that. That's what you're left with, so that when it folds up, it starts to compress. Do the same thing for the other side. Swivel it forward, then move this up and around, and then they're gonna connect right here, just like that. Bam, and it locks in perfectly. Now you can put this piece back up just like that. So you got that out the way. Now what you want to do is move the feet to lock in the feet. Fold the arm piece right here. It's going to lock in. Flip this piece up. You have that. Just make sure it's tabbed in flush back here. My copy, for some reason, doesn't want to get flush right there, but give it a nice little tug. Bring the legs up just like this. And we're gonna get ready to lock these in. There's a peg right here, and there's a peg right there. So once you got them lined up perfectly, he will peg in. Give the legs a little push up forward like that. Do it for the other one, a little push forward, just like that. And now squeeze them together. We have pretty much Bonecrusher transformed into its alt mode. So do this down and then up like that. And now we have Bonecrusher transformed, ready to rock. They say put it here. I think that's crazy. But I guess that's the only choice you got, guys, is to put it right there. It just seems pointless for him to drive around with that. But anyway, this is what we get. And this is a pretty cool figure. So now that we have Studio Series 86 Deluxe Constructicon Bonecrusher transformed into its alt mode, this is what we get. We get a little small green bulldozer. As you see, looks very good. Has minimal paint, guys. Like I said, you got the gray right here or the silver. Nothing on the back, molded plastic, a little bit right there. You got the Decepticon right there, and you got a little bit of purple right there. So that's all the paint we get on this figure. It's very minimal. Definitely, I mean, there's no wheels, so that kind of sucks, guys. You would think it would have the wheels. If you haven't snapped it all the way in, do so just like that. No wheels, you know, so he's going to be scruffing up your coffee table trying to roll him. But anyway, guys, this is all we get for him, and he looks good. Have no problems. He's what he is, a bulldozer Constructicon vehicle. So here we are back at my favorite part again. Let's do some comparisons. So here we are, guys, with Unite Warriors compared with the Studio Series. As you see, the Unite Warriors has tons of more paint details. Looks good, but pleasing to my eye. You got a little bit of that silver right there, reflective Constructicon reflectors or construction. You got the purple right here on the treads to kind of break up that just all green plastic over there. You got the purple windows. So yes, you got two different types of vehicles. This is more G1, so I do like this compared to this. Looking at the front of the vehicles, I can see some similarities. You got that piece right there that's not painted, but that's painted right there. But this whole thing's not quite painted like this one is. So it's very subtle differences. But they're roughly almost the same size, guys. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, they're not roughly the same size, as you can see. It's definitely like a half an inch smaller with this one when it comes to that. So yeah, guys, I don't know if that's working out. If you do tread to tread, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Tread to tread, is that working? Can you see it good? I don't know. But anyway, guys, as you can see, Unite Warriors is definitely superior in the height. And it has more details, so I really can't complain or nitpick about that. I like it. So let's go ahead and bring out the other two Constructicons to join this group. And for the final comparison, guys, here we have both sets of Constructicons, Scrapper and Bonecrushers, in the Studio Series 86, the movie, and also the Unite Warriors. As you can see, all four figures look good in their own way. They all are highly recognizable as the Constructicons. But just looking at the Studio Series compared to the other two figures from the other series, it is just massive differences. I'm sorry, I keep saying it. It's different as in the height, how big these guys are, how less detailed they are. I'm definitely interested to see what Takara's going to do for their version of Devastator. I wonder if they're going to get some of the same details as they put on the United Warriors version compared to the Studio Series. But like I said, they all look good, guys. I'm definitely, me personally, I'm leaning towards keeping my Unite Warriors as the Devastator combined form. But individual robots, I'm definitely leaning towards the Studio Series because they scale well with the other figures in our collection. So I'm definitely looking forward to what they release in the future with some more G1 characters that we are missing. So it's pretty cool. As promised, bros, here we are to do the weight test. As we probably already know from my last video, you already know Unite Warriors is going to be heavier. But anyway, let's go ahead and show it. So let's put the bad boy on the scale. Bulldozer from the Unite Warriors, 5.3 ounces. That's pretty darn heavy. Let's go ahead and remove him and put on the Studio Series. Yeah, guys, 3.6 ounces. So you're definitely getting less than what we've got in the past. Now, it'd have been cool if they would have just made these a little bit more perfect and kept them larger, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts? Definitely put it in the comments. You just saw the weight right there on the scale to see how much these truly are weighing for these figures that they are getting us to buy. So to bring this video review to a close, guys, I will say that this Transformers the Movie 86 Constructicon Deluxe Class Bonecrusher is a solid figure. I am not knocking it because some people do not have the United Warriors version of the Transformers Combiner Wars. With that being said, it is a pickup, guys, in my opinion, because everyone wants to have that 6th Constructicon lime green combiner called Devastator. Yes, I do believe that this Bonecrusher is a very good representation of that figure. It looks good. It works well. He's got tons of articulation, as you already saw in the detailed video before you. It is also number 2 out of 6. So yes, there is 4 more you got to collect to form the mighty Devastator. Also, guys, I ultimately end up picking up my copy of this figure from Amazon.com, where I'm actually securing a lot of my figures lately, except for them fumbling the bag on the Superion pre-order, which is the Silverbolt, who got canceled, by the way, which is upsetting. Anyway, they came through with Bonecrusher. So now I have Scrapper, I have Bonecrusher, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting the remainder of the Constructicons, hopefully from Amazon, if you can't find them at your local Walmarts or Mangers or Targets. But anyway, guys, ultimately I ended up paying $24.99 for this deluxe class figure, and I do think that is a fair and justifiable price with the way that they are scaling the new figures right now. I don't see any issues with that. The link will be below in the description if you would like to pick up a copy of this figure by Amazon. As always, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. Thank you once again for spending your time watching this video and helping to support my channel. Thank you.